Given the points P, which is 0, -2, 0, Q, which is 4, 1, -2, and R, which is 5, 3, 1, we first are being asked to find a non-zero vector that is perpendicular to the plane that contains these three ordered triples. Well, the first thing that we want to do is we want to find a vector that contains these points. We want to find a vector that goes from point P to point Q and a vector that goes from point Q to point R. And so here's a quick visual of what it is that we're actually looking for. So our three ordered pairs, P is 0, 2, -2, so that's our blue one back here. Q is 4, 1, -2, so that's our red one here. And R is 5, 3, 1, so that's the green one. We need to find a vector that's in between two of these ordered triples and then another vector between the other two ordered triples. And once we have these two vectors here, we can cross product them to find another vector, a third vector, that's going to be perpendicular to the plane that contains all three of these vectors. So we can see how those three vectors are going to generate a plane, are going to lie in the same plane, and we want to find a third vector that is going to be perpendicular to the plane that contains all three of those points. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is find vector PR. So starting at vector P and going to vector R, remember that when we want to find the vector that connects two points, we're going to subtract the terminal point minus the initial point in order to determine each of those components for that vector. So we're going to go terminal minus initial for vector PR. So the terminal point of R is 5, and the initial point being 0, so we're going to go 5 minus 0 to get our x component for this vector. And then we'll say terminal minus initial, so that's going to be 3 minus -2. And then again, terminal minus initial, which is going to be 1 minus 0. And those are the components of our PR vector. Let's clean this up. This is going to be 5, 5, and 1. And then let's go again here where we're looking at the vector from R to Q, which is going to be terminal minus initial. So if we're going from R to Q, Q is the terminal point. So let's say terminal minus initial, so we'll have 4 minus 5, terminal minus initial, which is 1 minus 3, terminal minus initial, which is -2 minus 1, and our RQ vector is going to be -1, -2, -3. So now if we want to find a vector that is going to be perpendicular to both of these two vectors and also perpendicular to the plane that is connecting these three ordered triples, then we're going to simply just cross product these two vectors. So RQ, and then we'll end up with, of course, this is the symbolic determinant again, so we have I, J, K. The first row of my matrix is going to be the PR vector, so we say 5, 5, 1, and then the RQ vector, which is -1, -2, -3, and we'll calculate this determinant. So we start with the I, and we're going to multiply that by the determinant of 5, 1, -2, -3, minus J, multiply by the determinant of 5, -1, 1, -3, plus K, multiply by the determinant of 5, 5, -1, -2. And so then we end up with this cross product, which we'll go ahead and say PR cross RQ again, turns out to be, going back to the pointy bracket notation, I'm going to have -15, let's say -15, minus a -2, which is going to be +2, so that's my I component. My J component is going to be, I'm going to pull this negative here and then calculate -15 as that product, minus -1, so I don't have too many, I've got a lot of negative signs going on here, so we're just going to leave this one out until I'm ready to distribute that in. And then on the k component, we'll be looking at the determinant. That's going to be negative 10 minus negative 5. And now we close off our pointy bracket notation, and let's simplify this vector to being negative 13. Okay, what do we have going on here? We've got negative 15 plus 1, that's negative 14, and then times the negative 1 is going to be positive 14, and then we'll also have negative 10 plus 5, which is negative 5. And so here we have a vector that's going to be perpendicular to the plane that contains the 3 ordered triples that we started with originally. Now we're also asked to find the area of that parallelogram that's going to be determined by those vectors. So the area of the parallelogram is going to be equal to the magnitude of this cross product vector, right? So we'll say RQ like this, and then find its magnitude. So let's say the magnitude of this vector is going to be the magnitude of vector negative 13, 14, and negative 5. Let's do a double mag bar here so that kind of makes it a little bit more obvious what we're doing. And then that's going to be the big square root of each of those components squared and added together. So 14 squared plus negative 5 squared like this, and we end up with 169 plus 196 plus 25 all under that radical, and then the area of that parallelogram turns out to then be rad 390, and we'll slap a unit squared on there because it is area, although we don't know what we are measuring in, so we'll just call it unit squared.